I mean, that's one of the beauties of the channel, right? Now, link building. If we come on to link building, I found that ever since Penguin, it's they don't even use the term link building anymore. It's either, I think the closest people get to it is link earning, which to me is just ridiculous. I mean, I came from the era of link building, so I'm still very much fine with the terminology. But again, going back to some
Mm-hmm.
SEOs, they very much stay away from this term link building. What's your take on link building in 2023?
So when you say people do stay away from it, I 100% see it. Like you say, people are scared of it. People don't want to talk about it. People will simply ignore it.
Mm,
But on the flip side, there are people who will be buying guest posts. They will be using niche edits. They will be using PBNs. They will be using digital PR. They will be doing everything they can to build links. A link is a link, no matter what guise you put on it. Now,
hmm
for the white hat agencies or whoever they're going to call it, digital PR, link earning, pitching to Harrow and all this kind of stuff, that's fine. But the reality is the majority of links are not earned. They are paid for, no matter what. And that comes down to people understanding the value of a link. So if you come to me and say, Craig, I want a link in your website, the first thing I'm going to say is, how much are you paying me? That's the same for any webmaster. It doesn't matter whether they're an SEO or not. They know they can squeeze 50 to $100 out of you for your article. So you're going to be writing an article for them and paying them some money to get that link. That's just all there is to it. Unless you really are doing digital PR and you're pitching to the BBC some statistics or some crazy ass angle to get in there. Of course, that level of PR can work for you, but the reality is it cannot work every time, and you need volume of
hmm
links. So you are going to have to buy a guest post, a link placement, which may be a link on an older article or whatever it's going to be. So on the other side of the coin, link building is link building, and people are calling themselves link builders. And they will simply say, I've got any any website you want in any niche. Here's the list. Give me some money and I'll place your link. So link building for me is still very active, still works very, very well. And there's a million link builders out there. You're not telling me that they're all wrong. And I don't mean you personally, but
Yeah, I get you.
anyone listening, you're not telling
hmm
me that all of these guys are making hundreds of millions of pounds per year selling links are all wrong. And you, small minority of guys who don't buy links, are doing it right. The reality is anyone who's buying links and doing all of that are the ones who are making money.
Do you find that you need to also use the disavow tool more and more?
Yes and no. Certainly the disavow, have I used it? Yes. Has someone attacked my website and sent a whole bunch of garbage to it? Yes. That's happened, and of course I've had to clean that up. However, I am not, and a lot of people are the same. Why would we do Google's job for them and clean up the backlink profile?
Mm,
That's the other side of the SEO argument. I ain't sending a disavow. I ain't going to tell Google to kill half of my links off. Why the hell would they do that? I'm not doing my
yeah.
job for them. Uh, and, Google have got this thing where, they've done it with guest posts, where they wanted you to add in, this is sponsored content, a tag to
hmm
suggest it was sponsored content, so that Google can devalue the link. Why would you ever do that? Why? So Google are clever, and this is the way I see it. Right, I'm just going to say it straight. People are like sheep. So if Google say don't do something, 80% of the people won't do it. They'll crap their pants and not do it. 20% of people are devious and go, I'm going to still do it anyway. To hell with what Google think. It's those 20% of people who do well. But Google can manipulate and spread misinformation and get you to do things to clean up their ecosystem. And disavow is one of those things where you essentially are helping them clean up their ecosystem. So be careful what you disavow. Of course, disavow absolute junk, but don't disavow stuff that potentially could give you some form of ranking benefit.